What's going on, guys? This is Market Omega back at it again this Friday with another weekly recap. I'll be going over standout trades from this week, so without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so guys, just take a look at the SPY. Right now, it has literally hit the my price target. So you guys that have been following me for the last few months know that I've been talking about this 420 area, right? I mean, I literally have been talking about this going back months in advance. Like I think maybe even this November, December. I talked about 420 by the end of April. And guess what, guys? Today is the last day of April for the 30th of April. And we actually hit 420 yesterday, the 29th. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. Just take a look at this, right? 420 to a T. I mean, technically, it actually broke 420. Maybe, went to 420.72, but whatever, right? Hit the target to a T. That's awesome. That is awesome. And the only place you can get calls like this, real time, no hindsight BS, MarketOmegaTrades.com, guys. I can't stress it enough. Market Omega Trades. Literally, the calls, I stick my neck out. The guys in the room, they call out plays, and it's real time. We put our money where our mouth is, right? It's not some hindsight BS, after the facts, charts, picture type of stuff where people post entries after the stock has actually moved. No, we're calling this thing in real time. And you guys go back and watch my weekly recaps months in advance. I've literally talked about this 420 area. That was awesome. I mean, it doesn't get any better than this, honestly. All right. So that said, this week has kind of been I wouldn't say it's been the best week, but we've had like pockets of momentum here and there. Some stocks, some days are just dead. And then other days, they seem like they're dead, but then they just pick up during the midday and power hour time, right? So just to go over some of the trades this week, MVIS on Monday was the killer, right? MVIS was big. So let's just go back and take a look. I don't know. Let's just use the 5-minute. So going back to look on the 26th, MVIS was a monster. I mean, I got long somewhere around there, and this thing was just awesome. It was just awesome. I mean, this thing went from like 20 all the way to like 29. So when this thing, when the stock was ripping like this, I just waited for the dip, caught the dip, long the dip, sell the rip, and I think I got like some after hour trade right there on this pullback. And I traded this somewhere around here as well. It was awesome. There's a lot of liquidity on this name. It moved in a more linear fashion, towards like the power hour and the open, and it was awesome. Just long the dips, sell the rips. A lot of guys in the chat room traded this well as well. Let's see, what else do we have? We had OCGN on that same day, but I didn't trade it on the 26th. So let's see right here. So I didn't trade this to the long side. Basically, this thing just kind of popped up and then got faded. This day was the best day, though. This was last week. All right, I traded this. What was that? 23rd. Yeah, so that's last Friday. This was awesome. Made some nice money on this day. And then right here, I kind of left this alone. I didn't trade this. Kind of popped up and fell. But today, I actually gave out, I called this out in pre-market when we're doing our pre-market analysis. I basically gave out this OCGN. I said, guys, I'm watching this OCGN. I like it. I give the reasons why I like it a lot. And when the market opened and it started popping and all of that, like I got long. I think I got long somewhere. Let me try to go back. Let me go to the 1 minute here. Gives you a more granular look at the stock. So I think I got long somewhere around this 1180 level. I got long right around there, and it just it pulled back, or I think I got long, maybe somewhere around there, 1190 or something. But it ended up pulling back, and then I just kept holding. And when it came back up, it was chopping around. It was chopping too much for me, so I just ended up getting out, so almost a break even. And then this thing just proceeded to rip. Not up to 5 minutes after I got out, this thing just ripped. So, but I got back in right around here. I think around that 1280 level, somewhere around there, and ripped all the way up to about 1320. So I sold on this move right there to 1320s, and just left that alone. When it started coming, when it looked like it was, I sold on this rip right here. When it looked like it was coming back, I just left it alone. I was actually done with that. There was a guy that was asking me about the stock in chats, like, hey, what do you think about it? Do you go long? I said, nah, I'm not gonna risk going long around this time of day. I mean, this is 2 hours after actually 3 hours after the market is open. Around this time, that's when the market makers take over. You have algos, and I just don't mess with it. And sure enough, not up to 5 minutes after I said that, look at this. Look at this, and it actually looks like it's falling back down. So, that might be the end for. Well, I'm not gonna say that's the end for the play, because I think maybe in power hour we might actually have another move up, possibly to this. 13. I would say like 1380, 1370, 1380 area on OCGN. Okay, so we had that, and then what else do we have this week? I'm trying to think. There was ALDX. So ALDX, I think I traded ALDX a few days ago, and I got chopped up. I traded it the first time and I made money, but it just wasn't smooth. It wasn't smooth at all, right? It's just the way the stock was trading, it was just having a hard time staying up. No pun intended. It was having a hard time staying up, man. So this thing was just kind of like chopping around, chopping right here, chop, chop, chop. And then when I saw this, I was like, I think I scalped it somewhere around here. I think I scalped it. And then when it was just trading like that, I said, hey, I'm not gonna risk holding this thing and expecting a bigger move, because this chop just doesn't seem normal. All right. And sure enough, the stock came down, and they ended up issuing an offering. And then look at this, all the way down, rebounded, but came all the way down to 13. So this was the result of that offering that they put out. So whenever you see a stock trading like this, 9 times out of 10, somebody is selling. And speaking of selling, VXRT, that was a stock that we traded yesterday, right? So VXRT, I basically gave this stock in our pre-market analysis. I give the reasons why I like it. Now, when the market opened, let me go back. Let me go into 1 minute here. Made some money on the long side, but then right here, it was just trading very weird, man. It was trading very heavy, very choppy. Lots of wicks. So I basically went back and looked at the filings, because in pre-market I talked about, I looked at the filings, but I skipped over a certain area of the filings, which was my mistake. I didn't really go all the way down, because I found out that their lead underwriters for this stock is HCW. So you guys know I keep talking about HCW and Jeffries, and for some reason I just believe those guys just exist in dumb shares, especially HCW, right? So when I found out HCW was the lead underwriter on the stock, right, I think I had gotten long. Then I had gotten long around like 1070. So I was just like, hey, you know what? Because it started chopping around and everything. And when I did the research and found out it was HCW, I was like, holy shit. This thing, I'm not gonna stick around for this nonsense. I know the games that these guys play. I've been, I've watched these guys for the longest. I've traded their stocks. I just kind of know what their game plan is. So I said, hey, if this thing pops up 15 cents or whatever, I'm just getting out. On the next pop, I'm getting out, because I'm not gonna stick around for this BS, right? So literally, when this thing popped up, as soon as it got to this level, I just sold it. And this was like I damn near top ticked this thing, because I think I sold it at like 1097 or 1098. This is like 2 pennies from the day's high, and it's then ripped to 11 and then came all the way down. They just dumped all the shares, chopped around right here and just faded. So today the stock is is gapping up and started moving up. guys had asked me in the room, "Hey, Market Omega, are you gonna trade this?" And I said, "No, I'm not. I'm not touching it." Why? Because just knowing the people behind the stock, knowing the people behind the name, I'm not gonna risk my deploying capital on a name where I know that these guys are gonna do some scammy stuff. What's the point, right? I'm not in this game to lose money. So, just knowing based on research. I don't care if the stock goes to $12, 13. I don't care. I'm not going to touch it. I mean, right now it's perking up. I don't even care. So, yeah, just knowing, information, doing your research, it'll give you an edge. So I did my research, and I feel like I have an edge in this name, and the edge is sitting on the sidelines. I'm a long bias trader. So when there's no edge to the long side, I don't even bother. So that was VXRT. Now, the granddaddy of the week. Well, actually, let's talk about. Well, we talked about OCGN. Okay, BTX. That was oh my God, BTX was phenomenal. Gosh, BTX was so good. So on this the 28th, day before yesterday, this was ripping. I made a lot of money on this day. I actually had my record day. Well, I'm not gonna say record day, but I'm the most I've made in a few months, in a couple months, right? And it's about 35 G's. And this was, because you guys know, like the market is for small caps has kind of been dead the last few months. I mean, March was dead. This April kind of seemed dead. So for me to make 35 G's yesterday was just big. It was really big. So, and this was mostly off of BTX. This was awesome. I got 4 points. I think I got long somewhere around there, made 4 points, and then came back here, made 9 points average. It was awesome. It was beautiful. And today, they got people out here that are trying to short this thing. There are a lot of guys in other rooms that blew up trying to short this BTX stock. But the guys at Market Omega Trades know better. We came prepared for this name, right? You got guys that made some money on this name to the long side. And I actually made some decent profits on this name. So this was really good, right? Right now it's actually setting up. I actually think this thing could run and break the higher day. And if this thing breaks over 60, ideally over 62, this thing is gone. It's just gone. And if you're shorting this thing, you're dead. All right, so yeah, that's BTX. I'm gonna keep this thing on watch. BTX might actually be a multi-day runner. So keep it on watch from Monday. It might actually continue onwards. We might actually have a multi-day run on our hands. So keep BTX on watch. So I believe that's it. Those were like the standout trades from this week, really. Right now, we got about 2 hours and 30 minutes until the market closes. BTX is going to be on watch, and let's see, RHE. That's another stock that has been active the last couple of days, and this stock is going to be on watch. I'm going to keep RHE on watch as well. And then maybe OCGN. Maybe OCGN. Right now it's pulling back. So guys, feel free to subscribe, guys. MarketOmegaTrades.com. The link is in the description below. I can't stress it enough, guys. This is a community of very serious traders. We have traders from all walks of life coming in here, traders of different experience levels. Some are actually coming from other rooms. And, what we do here is we try to help each other out, right? My motto in the room is basically no man left behind. There's no stupid question. We have something for everybody. All right. I give before the market opens, I talk about my game plan and the stocks that I'm watching, and I'm on the mic for about 2 to 3 hours, giving you guys the game plan. If I'm looking at a stock, I'm not just giving out alerts. I'm basically telling you, this is why I like this stock. These are the areas. This is if I'm going to enter. This is where I'm going to enter. This is my stop, and this is my profit target. Or if I'm staying away, I give you guys the rationale behind staying away. So it's a well-rounded room, right? And I do that for about 2 hours, and then I have my partner who has a totally different strategy than I do. He hops on the mic, and when I'm off, he gives you guys his entire game plan as well, and go over his trades and tell you guys what you need to know from his own perspective using his strategy. So Market Omega Trades is a spot, guys. I can't stress that enough, man. You're going to learn a lot. We actually have different, rooms within our service. We have the crypto room. People talk about crypto, like, Bitcoin, Dogecoin. As a matter of fact, I actually bought some Dogecoin about, 3 days ago, around that $30 level. So there's a crypto room in there. What else? We have the swing trading room, large caps. We have options trading. Then I will say this about the options: not a whole lot of people that trade them in our room, but it's a good place to kind of network. Once in a while you have somebody in there that'll post unusual options activity or something like that. So it's a place where you can get some network with people, learn a few things, and trade with like-minded traders that actually know what they're doing. All right, and then we also have partners that are partner with our service. So we have like Flash SEC. Being a part of Market Omega Trades gives you access to discounted rates on Flash SEC, and also Scripts to Trade. Those guys have some of the best scripts in the business, and you get a discounted rate just by being a part of Market Omega Trades. And every time they come out with like new products, you guys get first dibs on it too. They're actually working on a product right now that's kind of proprietary, and a lot of times they'll give it to us to test out, and you guys can check it out in the room. Okay, so the place is marketomegatrades.com. The link is in the description below. Feel free to subscribe. And also follow me on Twitter at MarketOmega. I usually post my ideas and thought process on everything from stocks to cryptocurrencies to sports and life in general. And last but not least, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Market Omega. And when you subscribe, make sure you turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload new content, or if I'm going live or anything. All right. You guys have been great. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourself and your family. And I'll see you guys either in chat on Monday or next Friday for another weekly recap. Take care.